Hello, I'm Tucker Marcus, and I'm your host today for the Spooky Stories of Marvel, where we'll be exploring 8 terrifying tales from across the Marvel Universe. Let's begin with one about the arachnid man himself, Spider-Man.
I'm Lorraine Sink, and this is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 21, a tale of creepies, crawlies, and a woman made entirely of spiders. We meet Spider-Man dealing with the fallout of Civil War, brooding in his black suit, dealing with so much but nothing worse than his friend Flash Thompson, who has mysteriously disappeared, taken by none other than Miss Arrow, a woman who pretended to be a nurse at Peter Parker's school, but in fact was a woman made of spiders! Oh, spiders! She takes Flash Thompson to her secret lair, wraps him up in her webs, and she is ready to take her egg sac and shove it down his throat so he will birth hundreds of spiders. Spider-Man realizes where he must be, knowing where her secret lair is, and finds her in the act. She stops him. He stops her. They fight each other, spider versus spider. And then she realizes, if I take my egg sac and I shove it down Spider-Man's throat, he won't just have hundreds of babies like Flash would, he'll have thousands of spider babies. Will her evil plan succeed? You'll have to read more to find out.
I am Josh Soleil, and this is the amazing Spider-Man number 542, the darkest Peter Parker we've ever seen. Peter Parker's identity has been told by the world because of Civil War. Kingpin hires a hitman to shoot Peter. It misses and hits Aunt May. She is on her deathbed. Peter goes to Rikers Island, sporting the black suit, to punch and hurt Kingpin as much as he can and humiliate him in front of the prison. He punches Kingpin. He knees him. He hurts him. He grabs him by the flesh and tells him that you are responsible for my aunt being almost dead. The love that Peter has rife in his heart. He shoves his wrist into Kingpin's mouth and says, I will fill your lungs with webbing. Kingpin says, you can't kill me, you're Spider-Man. He takes off his suit and says, Peter Parker will Aunt May die? Will Kingpin survive? Read to find out.
Ooh, that was truly an amazing Spider-Man tale, but now we move to something much different. The land of the undead.
This is Judy Stevens, and I am bringing you Marvel Zombies Halloween number 1, a tale of a boy and his black cat. We open up to a house where a mom and son are trapped by zombies. The little son, Peter, discovers a cat, a black cat that he names Lackey. Flash forward to Halloween, where his mom has gotten him a costume and he is now Wolverine. He's ready to have some fun, but Blackie the cat runs out into the night. He stumbles out into the night looking for his cat, but he comes upon Marvel's zombified heroes. Thankfully, his mom comes out and saves him. They escape into a school and come upon Mephisto. What will happen to Peter and his poor black cat? Well, you have to read to find out.
I'm Angelique Roche, and this is a story about a city in peril from vampires and the superheroes who tried to save it. We find Blade and Brother Voodoo in New Orleans, Louisiana in 2005, where vampires have taken advantage of the chaos after Hurricane Katrina. On a diplomatic mission, T'Challa and Luke Cage join Brother Voodoo and Blade in fighting back the undead horde. Luckily, with the help of the Dora Milaje and Monica Rambeau, who uses her UV powers of sunlight, they happen to beat Victor Montague and his girlfriend Beatrice before they can put their agenda into action. At least, they think they have. You'll just have to find out. Read Volume 4 of Black Panther, issue 12 and 13.
Still with us, dear viewer? Perhaps not for long after we enter the world of Dracula.
I am Jamie Frevely, and this is Tomb of Dracula number 44. Dracula battles Dr. Strange. On the first page, Dr. Strange is peering into a crystal orb, and we're told he's seen the future, and he is going to die! But stick with me on this. We turn the page and see a dead Wong! The master of the mystic arts is searching for a cause and finds that Wong has been bitten by a vampire. Probably Dracula. Dr. Strange promises vengeance, mystical, culty vengeance. Strange starts exploring Wong's memories to track down the blood-sucking killer. During that ghostly journey, Strange encounters Dracula. Strange experiences Wong's death and gets the H-E-L out of there. He eventually finds the location of Wong's death and mystically visualizes the murder. With the help of the Eye of Agamotto, Strange tracks Dracula down to the catacombs of Dr. Sun's mansion, where he's getting some shut-eye in a coffin. Classic Drac. Dracula's nap is soon disturbed by the presence of Dr. Strange himself. The mystical battle begins. Magic versus the supernatural undead vampire. Who will claim victory? Who will die a wretched death? You, dear viewer, will have to read to find out.
I'm Langston Belton, and this harrowing tale comes to you from the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 689, a story of a spider, a vampire, and a lizard. We open on Spider-Man and an unlikely ally, Dr. Morbius, the living vampire, having recently apprehended the lizard, aka Dr. Kurt Connors. They bring Dr. Connors back to a lab in an attempt to cure him of his scaly ailments. The mind of the lizard is working machinations inside the mind of Dr. Connors, trying to reclaim its place as the lizard. Dr. Morbius and Spider-Man are seemingly standing safely inside the hospital when Dr. Connors renders blood aerosol, inciting the bloodlust of Dr. Morbius. He bites one of Spider-Man's friends. Spider-Man flies into a rage, takes vampire hunting gear, and swings out to New York City in an attempt to fight Morbius. Is the lizard back? Read to find out more.
Remarkable. And now for something truly terrifying. Those with softer sensibilities may want to look away before it's too late.
I'm Ryan Panagos, and this is What If number 87, a tale of murder in the X-Mansion. We open with Bishop, the time-displaced X-Man, lifeless, dead in the Morlock tunnels, found by young Jubilee Shin-Lee. Memories of dancing and singing and enjoying the wedding of Scott Summers and Jean Grey in her head just 24 hours ago. Now there's murder, there's death, there is fear as Sabretooth is loose in the X-Mansion. And fortunately for Jubilee, Beast is there to save her. No saving her there. Beast is torn to shreds as well. It is a chase. Sabretooth runs through walls, tears apart machinery, and looks for every opportunity to catch Jubilee. Will Jubilee escape Sabretooth? You, dear viewer, will have to read to find out.
Hey everybody, I'm Tucker Marcus, and I'm telling the story of Amazing Spider-Man number 33, where both Peter Parker and Spider-Man have some really terrifying challenges. But what we need to know before this is that in Amazing Spider-Man number 10, Aunt May had a blood transfusion with Peter, which gave her radioactive blood. Good for Spider-Man, bad for Aunt May. Ooh, will she survive? I don't know. But in this issue, the iconic image that we see is Peter lifting himself up out of the iron, out of the rubble, out of the wreckage to try and go save Aunt May. He grabs a serum and he goes to the hospital. Ooh, also scary place. Plus, while all that's happening, J. Jonah Jameson is on Peter Parker to try and get him new photos of Spider-Man. And what's more terrifying than a boss that's riding you while you're stressed about a ton of other stuff? Ooh, will Peter succeed? Will Spider-Man succeed? You'll just have to read Amazing Spider-Man number 33 to find out. Hello, dear viewer. You made it through all 8 terribly terrifying, spooky stories of Marvel. I'm rather impressed. Thank you for joining us here today, and have a happy Halloween. Yeah.